Some lingering showers, especially in southeastern KELOLAND as we go into the first part of your night, but we do gradually quiet down. Beyond that, we'll stay partly cloudy elsewhere. Lows will be in the 40s with a couple of upper 30s out there for good measure. And for your day on Wednesday, 60s and 50s, but don't get used to seeing that for much longer. By the end of the week, we're talking about a lot of changes on the way. Details on that coming up in your full forecast, but until then, First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
It's a busy time of year for farmers, but several left their fields to help a family mourning the loss after a house explosion.
Plus, South Dakota has joined a nationwide lawsuit against Instagram and Facebook, accusing them of harming the mental health of kids.
How you can give back this Breast Cancer Awareness Month while also getting a sweet treat. That story coming up on KELOLAND News.
Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Dan Centella. People from across the farming community gathered today to help finish the harvest of the Gehring family near Humboldt. Last Wednesday, their house exploded, killing one person and injuring two others. Today, fellow farmers volunteered their time and equipment with the family, even having to turn away some people.
When you actually come and see the amount of people that showed up and the 9+ combines and grain carts and trucks, it's tremendous to see just the outpouring of love and support that the community shows, and it is a Midwest trait and characteristic.
The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. Coming up on KELOLAND News at 5, we're going to show you more of the turnout and talk with the daughter of one of the victims.
Crews in Yankton had to put out a fire that started on a combine Saturday afternoon. The fire department says the incident happened on the northwest edge of Yankton city limits. This happened a day after a combine in Brookings County also caught fire.
2 commercial turkey farms in Iowa have been hit by a bird flu outbreak, causing about 100,000 birds to be killed to prevent the disease from spreading. The Iowa Department of Ag reported the infection within weeks of a turkey farm in South Dakota and one in Utah, reporting the first outbreaks in the U.S. since April now, raising concerns that more would follow. The U.S. Ag Department shows 12 commercial flocks in South Dakota, Utah, and Minnesota have been affected in October, totaling more than 500,000 birds. Last year, bird flu cost U.S. poultry producers nearly 59 million birds across 47 states.
Felt chillier out there today.
Yeah, a little cloudy, a little cool, but it sounds like it's going to get even cooler. Adam?
It could be worse. Could be what we're going to be talking about as we head into the end of the weekend, into the weekend. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, today has not been ideal, especially in southeastern KELOLAND, where we've been dodging raindrops and the occasional thunderstorm, but we'll get to the weekend in due time. There's downtown, 57, north wind at 11 miles per hour. A little bit of fog in the distance as well as we go through the rest of your Tuesday. And we've also been seeing that in Rapid City as well. 50 in Pennington County, east wind at 5 miles per hour. Just a lot of cloud cover to go around today compared to the sunshine that we had in multiple locations for yesterday. 50, also your number in Pierre. 51, though, for Mobridge, Valentine, and Huron. 46, though, in Spearfish. 66, however, on the other side in Spencer. They still have that southerly flow very much in place. That's keeping that temperature on the milder side and by a pretty wide margin, too. So we may see a couple more showers, maybe even hear a rumble of thunder or two, including over Marshall, Madison, the Brookings area as well. And a couple of isolated showers up in Butte and Harding counties making their way into Perkins County as well. The rest of the region, cloudy, yes, but still not all that bad, all things considered. So that's our first system that we've been watching. We may see a few more lingering showers in the first part of your night. Then we get a small break before round 2 comes around on Thursday, and another small break. And we'll address the weekend when we get there. But for the day tomorrow, a small break, a few lingering showers, especially south and east. Otherwise, not bad. 50s and low 60s, which is closer to average for this time of year, if not a little bit above once you head south and east of Sioux Falls. 50s also for northeastern portions of KELOLAND with a decent bit of cloud cover and a light easterly breeze. And out west, we start to see a little bit of a shift. Notice just beyond KELOLAND into Montana and Wyoming, a lot that cold air is starting to pool in place. That will start to spill over as we go into Thursday. So enjoy those temperatures in the 50s and 60s if you can. We might not see them for a little while. More on your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Adam. Let's get a check now. The story is making headlines across the country and around the world. It has been a wild day on Capitol Hill. Earlier today, Republicans selected Representative Tom Emmer of Minnesota as their nominee for House Speaker. Just minutes ago, he withdrew his name, becoming the third candidate to fall short.
South Dakota Congressman Dusty Johnson spoke with reporters about Emmer being selected as the nominee before he removed his name.
Tom Emmer's putting out a master class in there about how to stand in the fire, answer questions in front of a room of 200, frankly, very opinionated members, and I think he's winning Congress.
And as we know now, that didn't happen. It's now been 3 weeks since Kevin McCarthy was ousted. The health ministry in Gaza says hundreds of people were killed in the past day as the result of Israeli airstrikes.
The country has been striking Gaza since Hamas militants attacked southern Israel towns on October 7th. Israel said it had launched 400 airstrikes over the past day, killing Hamas commanders and hitting militants as they were preparing to launch rockets into Israel.
The health ministry, which is controlled by Hamas, said more than 700 people were killed in the past day, a claim that the Associated Press could not independently verify. Attorney Jenna Ellis has pleaded guilty to a felony charge over efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia and says that she looks back with, quote, deep remorse.
Ellis is the fourth defendant in the case to enter into a plea deal with prosecutors. She pleaded guilty to one felony count of aiding and abetting false statements and writings. Ellis was a vocal part of Trump's re-election campaign. She was charged alongside Trump and 17 others with violating Georgia anti-racketeering law.
The United Auto Workers Union is turning up the heat on General Motors as 5,000 workers walked off their jobs at the SUV factory in Arlington, Texas.
The walkout comes just a day after the union went on strike at Stellantis' pickup factory in Michigan. The Texas strike brings the total number of UAW members that have walked off their jobs to 46,000.